prominent former newspaper editor, is the most high-profile figure to be named in what's being called India's Metoo movement. Mr. Akbar had earlier filed a defamation case against the female journalist who first named him. Let's get the latest from Delhi. DEVINA GUPTA has been following this story right since last week when it exploded in terms of allegations and more allegations. Tell us more then.
Well, women activists are calling it a David versus Goliath movement in India. And as you rightly said, Matthew, he is the most prominent names to come out in the India Me Too movement, not only because he's a junior minister, but also because he was an influential newspaper editor. All the charges that have surfaced till now are during his time of heading Asian Age, which is an English daily. Now, one of the journalists, Priya Ramani, was the first one to call him out on the social media last week. And the last 48 hours have been quite rapid, because Mr. Akbar first denied these allegations, then said they are politically motivated, even filed a defamation case against Miss Priya Ramani. But it was yesterday night when 20 women journalists who worked with him who filed a petition in the court saying that they will be willing to testify against him, alleging sexual misconduct and standing with Priya Ramani, that there was more pressure which was being built on the government. And today evening, with a brief statement, Mr. Akbar has resigned from his post as India's junior foreign minister, and he has said that he will continue to follow the cases legally and fight his battle in the court.
That is quite some turn of events. Do you get the sense, with all of these allegations that have swirled around over the last week, 10 days, not just involving this junior minister, but many others, that things feel there, for someone like yourself, that things are changing?
Definitely, it is a point in which women are now finding their voice in the social media. Now, it's interesting because in some of the cases where women journalists are involved, or where prominent TV producers are involved, they have narrated their stories earlier, but there was nobody who followed it up. There was nobody who supported them. But now it's not only other women on the social media, but also at workplaces they're finding that support shoulder. And it's been a year that the Me Too movement started in the West, but the impact can clearly be felt in India now. And there are many officers who are now taking up the seriousness of sexual misconduct at workplaces. There are many notices that are being sent around on emails where people are being informed of what is consent and what is not. And that kind of discussion, that kind of dialogue was missing in the Indian corporate world. But now the change can be felt. Having said that, there are many people who are calling it a Twitter trial, and they're hoping that cases like that of Junior Minister MJ Akbar, when they're fought legally in the court, will see a conclusive end.
DEVINA, thanks very much for that update. Thanks a lot. Now let's take a look at the day.